Hello everybody, this is George from the Keeper's Hive, and we are here on a beautifully overcast, kind of cool day at the Winter Apiary. It is the third week of February, so the bees have, all 8 of the hives have survived the winter, and now becomes the sort of the start of the bee season and things that we need to do. So the most important thing that you do this time of year, coming out of winter, going into spring, is to prevent starvation. Bees are using up their last of their winter stores now. They're starting to make their early brood. They're raising the temperature of the nest, and with all that, they're going to start consuming a fair amount of food. It's also been like this for the last 10 days, so the bees have not been able to get out of the hive to forage on the early flowers and to make sure that they replenish the stores, the nectar stores and the pollen stores in the hive. So we're here today to show you how to do some early spring, late winter stimulatory feeding. Today I also have my smoker and my veil. I'm not sure I'm going to use them or not, but I got them, everybody. So come along and I'll show you how we feed the bees in late February. Welcome back. We're at the hives here. This is hive number 8, and again, we're going to go in here and we're going to do a little bit of spring, late winter feeding. So we have 2 types of feed today. So let's get this hive open. Again, this is one of these hives that we overwintered in a single deep, and we have a medium with has some sugar in there. So we're gonna move that around a little bit, and we're gonna show you what we're gonna do. So you can see the bees are in there feeding on their emergency feed, and they're also underneath the observation window looking at them. So they, you can see that they're covering at least 6 of the 8 frames in the brood chamber, so all looks good. So again, we have the first type of feed that we do is our 1-to-1 liquid stimulatory feed. So this is what we have. It's in our 1-quart mason jar. We added a little bit of electrolytes just to give it a little extra boost for the bees that have overwintered. We've warmed this up so the liquid's nice and warm. This is something that you probably want to check on each day, and in the beginning of the day you want to sort of put new warm liquid in it. So this is 1-to-1 sugar syrup with electrolytes. So we're just going to go into here.
Pretty interesting stack of sugar right there.
Yeah, and we got an interesting stack here. So we're gonna you never want your dinner moved, right? So we're just gonna move. Some of this is granulated sugar, some of this is
fondant.
So we've had a mix of things in here. So we're just gonna move this aside here. Get off me, bee. You don't really want to sting me, do you? Maybe you do.
I think they do.
They may. So we're just going to clean an area off right there, and you can see that the bees are right there, and we're going to put 2 sticks down. So we're just going to put 2 sticks right here. Don't touch my dinner. No one likes their dinner touched. And we're going to put 2 sticks there.
I don't know if they're going to be, they need to be a little closer together, I think.
You think so?
The last one didn't fit.
Well, we'll move them closer together. I think do as Dave tells me to do.
Just warning.
And then we're gonna. No, Dave is absolutely correct.
See? There we go.
Out of practice, it's been a little bit. So we basically am just putting that little bit of mason jar right above the. And then we're just gonna put the top back on. We're just gonna put this on to here. This telescoping roof has some insulation built into it. And then we're gonna put that on there. And that takes care of the 1-to-1. So that's their carbohydrate source, right? So that's gonna make sure that they have enough to meet their energy needs coming through the winter. So now we're gonna get into feeding some pollen sub, which is their protein. And that's gonna help them make new brood, new bees. And the reason for that is because 6 weeks from today, the beginning of April, is when the nectar flow starts here, when the honey starts to be formed. So we really want to make sure when that day hits that we have a nice strong population of bees in here. And one way to do that is to do this early stimulatory feed 6 weeks before the start of the nectar flow. So that's today, and that's why we're here today. So we're going to show you how we do it in the keeper's hive. So we're going to take we're going to get our nice observation window there, and you can see the bees are nice and active there. And all we're going to do is we're going to put on our veil.
There you go.
Finally,
There you go.
George is being smart. We're going to put on our veil, and we're just going to gently give the bees a little bit of smoke there. Just a little bit. That's going to dry them down a little bit. We're going to take the observation window off carefully, and then we're also going to just gently give them a little bit of smoke to drive them off the top bars of the frames, right? And then we're going to take our 1-to-1 and pollen sub that we've mixed up to be basically a pancake mix consistency. Put it in this giant caulk gun.
It's a really big caulk gun.
Real big. And we're just gonna sort of, you can see it's perfect, kind of not too runny. And we're just gonna put it on the top bars of the frames that are under the observation panel.
Looks like peanut butter.
It looks a little like peanut butter. And it's so easy to do, right? It's so easy to do, not disturbing many bees from doing it. And we're just gonna put it where the bees are. Now people are like, George, why are you not using a pollen patty, right? Because you could also do that. You could also put a pollen patty there. But what I find is that with this more liquid consistency, the bees are going to consume it faster. I'm not a big fan of veils. The bees are going to consume it faster. There's going to be less risk of feeding the small hive beetles that have overwintered in the cluster. And it's going to be cheaper on your pocketbook to mix it up yourself. Just get some nice pollen sub, whatever brand you like, mix it in with some 1-to-1 and use it super fresh. And this is also something that you're going to want to check on every day or two. And you're going to notice that a day or two the top bars will be clean, and that you can go ahead and add some more. So, you know, I mean, this is part of the reason why we love the keeper's hive. Feeding is so easy. You're putting it right on the brood chamber, right into the brood chamber where the bees need to use it to make their new brood. So again, we'll probably do this every so often for the next couple of weeks, maybe every few days. We'll be boosting them up with some more nutrition. So when April 1st comes, we'll have that huge population of bees that's ready to go out there and forage. So,
and then we'll do the demery, right?
And then we'll do the demery easily. So right now, again, in summary, it's the 3rd week of February. It's a little chilly. The bees, you do not let your bees starve now. Make sure you go check out your hives. Make sure you get that extra sugar, carbohydrate source in there, and consider boosting them with a little bit of pollen too. So thank you for joining me, and it's great to have, you know, alive hives and getting ready for spring. So thanks everybody.